Hey everyone, Matt here. So it's July 8th, and this is the little three-frame nuke that we moved some queen cells into about 2 weeks ago. And by now, they should have went on their mating flights, and it's the time that we're supposed to be checking them to see that she is laying. But it seems like they're not very active, at least not compared to the other little nuke hive that we made at the same time. So let's go in and see what kind of issues they have. Should be interesting. So this one I'm looking forward to getting into just to see, because I think that they, like I said there, they don't have a very big population, but it could have been just the way that we did the split. But hopefully we do see a queen in there. I'm kind of standing in the wrong spot. They're right in front of their hive, but it's kind of early enough in the morning that I don't really see a lot of traffic coming out, but so I'll try to stay to the side there, but let's just kind of peel this back. Yeah, it doesn't seem like too big of a population. Let's just put this over here. So it looks like they didn't put in too much comb. I'm not sure about that one from there. We'll pull this one out, and I think this was the one that had the doesn't look good on my side. So this side here is, oh my, we got some pollen there, some honey and some nectar. I don't see eggs or anything in there. Let's look on this other side here. Oh yeah, this is all pollen. I think though this was a big resource frame. Here's that queen cell, which did hatch out. You can see there's the cap opened up, but I don't see any eggs on that one. Oh, and they didn't really, I'm just gonna put this into this next hive here. They didn't draw out really any comb. They seem upset. Look at, wow, huge amount. I'm starting to think that this was not a success. Looks like there's 2 more queen cells there. I don't know if there was queen cells like that in this one, but I think what we're gonna have to do is put in oh yeah, this is just all pollen and nectar they've gathered. There is an open queen cup or a queen cell here. One that's not opened right there. But there's 0 queen activity going on, so maybe she went on her mating flight and didn't make it. But there is 2 open queen cells, and by right now they're supposed to be, like the timeline says, that they should have went on their mating flight and should have been already laying by now. So what we'll have to do is we'll pull a frame of open brood from a different colony and we'll put it in here, because I don't think, there does seem to be that 1 queen cell, but maybe it's just not viable and the queen didn't hatch out. She's dead, but they have a small amount of bees too. So what we'll do is we'll take, yeah, a frame from a different hive here. We'll just find one today Obviously we won't do it right now, but we'll close them up, and then when I'm doing my other inspections, I'll look for another, when I'm doing the other inspections, I'll look for a frame of open brood that they could make queen cells out of. Maybe I'll throw in some worker bees in there too. So let's close that up. So yeah, actually what I'm gonna do is, I remember seeing a good frame in the purple queen's hive here right next door. So I'll just grab one of those out and slide it in here. There was one that had a bunch of brood on it. Let's just get into there really quick. It was this double deep one, or this deep one. Let's pull these out again. What's this thing? So let's pull that out. We'll pull this frame out. I think it's got all the new larvae, all the new. There was a bunch of brood on there. I think that's the one I was thinking about. Whoops. Yeah, so it's got brood of all ages. So we'll just double check. I think the queen was up on one of those other frames, but let's just double check on that, because that would be a shame to move her to this next hive. Yeah, this one has all those brand new eggs down here, so they have the next 5 or, well, 3, 4, the next 7 days they could make queen cells as those eggs are maturing. So let's just throw this right in here, bees and all. It's probably gonna make a little huff and puff in here, but those the existing workers there will be just probably happy to get that brood smell back in there of open brood. Let's throw this back in here. There we go. And this hive is really tight for these 3. These are 1.5 inch wide frames, and my new ones are 1.25 inch. So once these conversion frames are out of the way, then it won't. There'll be a good amount of space. So there's that. So let's just seal that up, and then, well, in a week, maybe 10 days, come in and see. Whoops! See how many queen cells they made, if any, and if not, if they didn't make any queen cells, then we'll just throw in another frame of brood. This is down here. So let's just get that all sorted out. Okay, so change of plans again. We were just in the purple hive, and it seems like the queen that was in there for some reason didn't make it on their mating flight, or they decided to requeen themselves for some reason, and so there was an extra queen cell. So I'm going to throw that extra queen cell into here. I'm going to take out one of the one frame that really didn't have anything going on. It was just a bunch of emptiness, and I'll put that into the purple hive next door, and they could fill it up with resources. But then this way they'll have another big boost of worker population, but also they'll get a queen cell. And then if they don't like that queen cell, then they'll have the options of making more with all the young larvae and stuff that we put in there. So let's try and shake them off in there. Not much room, but okay. Well, they did not like that. So just set this one to the side there, over there. I'm just gonna put some smoke in there because we are gonna throw in some foreign bees in there. So here it is. And it does have a bunch of worker brood in there that hasn't hatched out, but it's basically all honey and nectar that they've been gathering. But you can see that, whoa, one queen cell is right here. So let's put that in there. Try and not just want to try and get it to where it's going to be, whoops, in the matching up with the other frames here so that it doesn't get damaged. Oh, this is not going to work out well. We're just going to have to manipulate these frames a little bit just because there isn't much room. So I'm going to take this other kind of empty frame out, and then we'll put in these two. And I'll put in this one with the queen cell. So it's got enough room in there that it doesn't get all messed up. It does have a little extra nectar on there. So we'll just kind of there we go. And then we'll put this back in here. Yeah, I know I'm gonna have to put a new frame in there, one of my 1¼ inch frames, because it won't fit without squishing that queen cell. So let's do that, and then I'll just bang the bees off beside it. So we'll just put one of these new frames in. Okay, there we go. So that should be good. Now they got enough resources to make their own, and I'm just gonna try and knock these bees into here. Hopefully this goes well. we'll just give it one more knock and then we'll... Okay, there we go. So now I'm just gonna put them into the purple hive there, and they can fill them up for resources or use them for whatever space. Just close these ones up first. Okay, so hopefully in 2 weeks when we open these guys up, they have a viable queen.